Airsoft GI would like to thank our sponsors.
Things. And so Bob, being the good sport that he is, took a picture of it and sent it to him. Oh, it's a non-blowback gun. Take a look at that. Interesting. It's not my birthday. Why do people keep thinking it's my birthday? Is that what it says on the Facebook thing? Hold up. See. Whack it till the wheels fall off. Let's check this out for a second. I don't think I have my birthday listed on Facebook. Huh. Oh. Well, thanks for the birthday wishes. It's not my birthday, but that's cool. What is your question, Grunge, about the G4 lineup? Oh man, it's hot in here. It is hot. Grunge, still waiting for that question. Alright, for TVB, it's going to be mostly green is going to be on my side, so Woodland, OD, Multicam, and ACU is going to be on my side too. Tan stuff such as DCU, Desert Digital, or Pure Tan, and I believe ATAX and stuff like that is going to be on Bob's team. Facebook. It's Facebook with a U. You got it wrong. Daniel Lambert. Whew. What was all that about?
Apparently, our friend Blank got to get in and take a look at all this special forces, all these special forces vehicles and maritime craft.
Oh, cool.
Did you see that photo online you put?
No.
Yeah, it was this Navy SEAL boat. It's like a fast attack craft, or I can't remember, like River Dragon. I can't remember what it's called, but basically the back ramp, or the back of the boat has a ramp, so you can just drive your Zodiac on up into it, and you can put like 2 in there. It's got like a bunch of machine guns on it. The craft is designed specifically for SEALs, and they're got to play on it. So
Nice. Very cool.
can you scoot over? You're like,
All right. I can scoot over. So we got a lot of questions about TVB5. I think that we have announced. When did we announce it? We announced it on Facebook.
Facebook.
But TVB5 is taking place in Antioch, California, which is in Northern California, at GamePod Combat Zone. And if you guys are interested in seeing an aerial view of what the map looks like, we have it posted on our Twitter account. So if you got a Twitter, head over to Twitter/Airsoft GI, and you'll be able to take a look at what the gaming area is going to look like. It's pretty gnarly. They've got some interesting names for the buildings and the streets and stuff in there, and we're looking forward to that game. It's going to be pretty fun.
Oh, SWCC boats, yeah, that's what they are. I'm personally really excited for Tim vs. Bob 5 for the fact that we finally get to Airsoft in Northern California. I feel like it's not that we've been ignoring Northern California, it's just that we haven't found time to get up there and go to a game. I mean, I know you and I have, well, I've wanted to go to Fort Ord Airsoft, but we haven't found time to go there. So.
Yeah, and GamePod is definitely a cool, like, unique place. I mean, it's not like we're going to just any other airsoft field. This is a 150,000 square foot warehouse.
As far as I know, that's basically the biggest indoor airsoft field in the country.
Could be the world. I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm just going to stay with the United States of America. So, yeah,
Safe to say.
Probably Canada too.
Safe to
That's
say.
my guess.
Probably the world, but we'll just say the United States for now.
What's really cool for me is I thought, when I first saw a photo of it, I thought it was an outdoor mount field at night. And they were like, no, this is actually at noon during the day. You just turned a third of the lights on. I was like, oh, damn.
That's the best part about airsofting indoors. You can control stuff like that. We can have low light areas of the field. And also, no matter what the weather is outside, we'll still be able to play, and that'll be kind of fun too.
Yeah, it's a controlled environment, just like a movie
Yeah.
set.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. The format for this TVB5, I've been talking with Jed a little bit about it, is going to be a lot different than the previous TVBs because of the nature of our AO. Because it's indoors, it's going to be many more shorter, like direct action type of missions as opposed to a longer, drawn out battle because of the space.
Yeah, it's
naturally.
smaller. Something that I think hasn't been discussed, I'm going to bring up right now, and I will get to your question. Oh, I guess he was removed.
Guess you won't.
Yeah, just in case you guys know, try not to do things in all caps. Josh will probably drop the ban hammer on you.
Ban hammer.
But that said, shoot, what was I going to say?
Something that hasn't been discussed.
Oh, yeah. I really think we probably need to have a contingency plan for Sunday.
We may. That'll be up to the game organizers.
Well,
that would include me.
I was going to say, that includes you, but...
I think that Jet is aware that we potentially might need to add a Sunday.
Well, Jet's aware, but I think he's worried that you and Craig aren't planning for it.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be able to do whatever I can do. I mean, the only thing that we can do is reactively put up another game like we did for TVB4.5.
I just want to make sure we're prepared for it, that's all.
Well, most of the preparation is going to have to be on Jet with that regard because he is organizing the game for the most part. Craig is providing the field. And the lunches, by the way, really cool. You're going to have your option for, like, barbecued ribs.
Wait, let's focus just on the fact that there are options.
There are
lunch.
options.
That's
something we haven't offered. TVB2, we offered tacos. TVB3, in order to keep costs down, we didn't offer a lunch. TVB4 and 4.5, we did offer lunches for that day. But this game, lunch is going to be off the chain.
Okay, so was it barbecue baby back ribs?
Barbecue ribs, I think.
Teriyaki chicken.
Teriyaki chicken.
In the words of Jet,
salmon. Salmon. On a bed of rice and salad. Or we could also do your standard, hot dogs, hamburgers, stuff like that if you're into that sort of thing. But yeah, there's going to be some awesome options for you for lunch. Unless you're a vegetarian, then I guess you're only going to have one option. That's a salad.
Salad?
Salad. So don't be a vegetarian.
Oh, that's not fair.
All right, fine. You can be a vegetarian.
There's a lot of good vegetarians out there.
Just be aware that the lunch options for TVB5 are what they are.
Yes. But yeah, that's really cool that there's options.
Right
I mean,
too.
What's that?
I'm super hungry right now too.
After discussing all that food.
Ah, yeah. That's the stuff.
Yes. That's funny. Band Hammer is working overtime.
A lot of people need to get banned, man. More people need more regulation in their lives.
Yeah, tell me about it. Let's see, what else can we talk about? I mean, I don't know anything about the game details. It is fair to reiterate, and I'm not sure if you answered Justin Carlo's question in detail, but we do not allow black BDUs on either team. It's something that we figured out at Tim vs. Bob 1. It's just because it makes it more
confusing.
Very confusing to see who's on what side. And to be honest, in the darkness, it'll be almost impossible if you're wearing black.
Yeah. And a TVB1 was a night game too, so that's what really kind of made it
Yeah,
confusing.
I mean, we basically, I think I saw you at the end of the game. I was like, hey, did you see a black guy who's killing everyone? I mean, guy wearing black, not a black guy. And you're like, yeah, he's on your team. I was like, no, he's on your what happened? Yeah. So it's just frustrating.
That was a real conversation. Indeed.
Operation Don't Touch My Bacon. Nice.
Saving that bacon.
Oh, there is one thing that is really important to announce. We're going to be having a live show on Thursday at...
Oh, yeah. The walk-in store in California.
Boom! Hey, it's probably good to denote that.
Yeah, we have 2 walk-in stores now. Always got to make sure. East Coast, West Coast. So yeah, 2 days from now, our live shows that normally take place here in our studio. This coming Thursday is going to be at our walk-in store. So if you live nearby and you want to be in the background and wave hello to your friends, you can do that. So stop by the walk-in store. We'll be there from Thursday from 4:30 to 5:30 is when the live show is. Maybe there a little bit earlier to set up and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're local, watch the live show live instead of live, but really live.
Yeah.
Even more live than we are now.
Bring a sign.
It's like
but nothing that says
more
anything
live.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that, because then we're going to have to get a real band hammer and just whack.
Although I will say, and this, I'm just shooting this out there, Tim, you can feel free to shoot this down, but I don't think you should. I would highly suggest if you come to watch our live show, maybe put on an Airsoft GI shirt, or bring your FMG4, or bring your G4. Maybe we'll talk to you. Maybe we'll put you in the live show just for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know the format for our live shows. It's not super structured. We can call audibles whenever we need to, or want to, or feel like it.
That's the spirit.
Just don't do anything obnoxious, because we will have a real hammer there, and we will ban you with the hammer.
Josh will be holding it.
Josh will have the band hammer.
Yeah. It's more of a mallet.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Lay off the caps lock. Yes.
All right. What else do we have to talk about? Besides that going live, I believe we still have some of the tactical gear mystery boxes still available.
We do. Lots of cool tactical gear in there.
What's really cool about that one in particular is that 70 out of the 80 boxes are basically worth more than what you're paying for it. But if you use the coupon code on top of that, every box you get, no matter what it is actually going to be worth more than what you're paying for it. So it's a really good deal, and I'm surprised they haven't sold out already. But if you guys are interested in that, check it out. It's called the Tactical Essential Mystery Box?
Yes, it is called the Tactical Essentials Mystery Box.
Have you never used a CO2 gun before or something?
No, I have. I was just checking because it's hard to tell if it's loaded or not. And so, yes, it has CO2 in it. And so, yeah.
Don't. Yes. Speaking of FMG4, LOL, how about my inquiry?
What was his inquiry?
What inquiry were you speaking of?
I don't know. You inquired about the FMG4s, but you did not actually post a question.
Bob, have you been thrift shopping? Why would you say that?
No, that's John Ruse stuff.
This is John Lou's hat and John Lou's loincloth chain. So you left it here, you shouldn't have left it. Oh, did you see the poll that Andrew did?
No, I didn't.
That's too bad. Let's see if it's still here.
Was it about TVB5?
Kinda. Oh. Who do you think will be the victor? Boom!
Ooh.
Boom!
16 to 12. Not a lot of participation in there.
Yeah, but I still have a 33% victory over you.
Is it over? Oh, the poll's over. Gotcha.
Well, is it over?
Oh, period's over, I believe. Yeah.
All right. Have any of you guys ever seen the Airsoft video game? It was ridiculous. LMAO. You had to adjust, hop up, and change BB weights and stuff. Some maps are windy. You can choose to not call your hits. Ridiculous.
What? I want to play this game.
Yeah, what Airsoft video game is
like
that?
An Xbox download or something?
M-Drigs? Yeah, tell us about this Airsoft video game. I want to hear about that.
It sounds like it was made by Airsofters, which is awesome. It's not some corporation trying to do something dumb.
That we'll see.
Or maybe it's a bunch of Airsofters trying to do something dumb. That would be a trifecta. This Tough Force thing's not going to work well.
Why?
Well, because 1911 has a grip safety, so now your safety is always activated, therefore it's no longer safe.
Correct. We also have the other safety.
Yes, definitely, but I mean, you're effectively removing one of the safety features. But it does feel kind of comfortable.
Bob, what do you think of the APS UAR? I actually think it's really cool. You guys don't...
Yeah.
Well, that was your idea. Yeah, I got to give you credit for that. You told me to do that, and I thought that was pretty effective. It's actually an incredibly light gun. The only thing I don't like about it, if I had to pick something, is that I know that not all M4 mags will fit into that gun. Like, you basically have the high cap mag it comes with, and I think it comes with 2 possibly. But you're really going to have to, test and fit which M4 magazines will fit into that. You can't just... buy a box and hope for the best. But
it's kind of the nature of airsoft guns these days. I mean, you think about it, there's so many new and different manufacturers out there. Not everybody's going to make something to spec.
Exactly.
So back in the day, you had TM, and then everyone else copied them.
No. There's TM, Airsoft Elite, Classic Army.
Yeah, I know, but for the most, I mean, you're talking about 5 different manufacturers potentially. Now you have everyone and their mother makes airsoft guns.
Yeah. So yeah, it is kind of important, if you have friends with M4 magazines and you have the gun, to just test them out, see which ones brands fit, and then buy those brands. But that gun is, what I like most about it is it's so light. It's sort of like the MP9 where I can shoulder it with one hand and effectively use it while at the same time having my axe and being able to use that.
That's a very key point for you, Bob, is being able to one-hand a gun so you can use the axe.
Well, the thing is, I can one-hand an LM4. I just don't like doing it all the time. But
Yeah, it'll wear down on your
it'll wear
wrist.
down on it, but I can do it for a couple minutes. Like that's how I got Mark at the HSP.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I wanted to keep the LM4 on him in case he turned around too fast, because I didn't want him to shoot me.
Yeah.
So,
Playing around with this tough force grip cover is kind of tough.
does anyone know about ABU, Air Force Tiger Stripe for Tim versus Bob? You know, interesting. We actually haven't talked about that camo for either side. So,
This is what we've been going with, because we get a lot of people inquiring about different camouflages like Flecktarn and stuff like that. If you don't want to get shot or confused by the people on your team, you need to pick a primary color. Bob's primary color is tan. My primary color is green. Or civilian clothing for Bob, which could be any color you choose.
yes.
But it's more beneficial for you to wear what identifies you as your team instead of trying to go with some obscure thing that, oh, maybe you're on the Timpire, maybe you're one of the rebels. I don't know, I'm going to shoot you anyway. And so...
Because like as cool as that might be, like, oh hey, you know, I might be confused with Rebel. I can get in their lines, yeah.
it's
But
confusing for your team too.
Yeah, so you might get shot by your own team, and that's gonna make you have a not happy day.
And you know, we want to keep the uniforms and stuff like that kind of laxed because, like we said, this is just kind of like a for fun game.
It's not a milsim game.
It's not a huge milsim event like you would find, you know, like John Liu and stuff like that. But at the same time, we do need to have some level of separation so that we can identify who's on what team.
Yes, someone's asking about multicam. Multicam will be on Tim's team. We kind of made the decision that it was more on the green side of
Yes.
green or tan. We realized a lot of people like wearing that camo. We didn't want to cut them out. So.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Desert Tiger Stripe. It's Desert Tiger Stripe, which means
Desert.
tan.
Yes. That should be an easy one.
Hey,
On the
what's up, Milsim?
subject-
Hey, Milsim Junkie!
Oh. Really?
He's like, whoa, hey guys, what's going on? Smiley
Oh,
face. Yeah.
Is that the real Milsim Junkie?
I have no
Or
idea.
Maybe it's a guy that's a Milsim Junkie fan that just
I
decided
don't
to
know.
take his name.
Is your name Arwen?
I guess we'll never know. I mean, it is the nature of the internet, right?
Yep.
But in the subject of tactical gear, we read an interesting article today about a corporation, or I guess a not-for-profit organization called Troops Direct.
I was waiting for you.
I was going to say Tactical Direct.
I know his
I
name.
knew
His
that
last name is
wasn't right.
Mr. Negerbon, or Negerbon.
Yeah, it's a very interesting last name. But basically what this guy does is he sends supplies to troops and stuff like that, which is awesome. We take our hat off to him.
Oh yes, that's what that was for.
That's exactly what that was for, right?
He basically sends supply. I mean, do you want to finish or?
Well, that's basically it. I mean, there was a quote in the article we read where a soldier was like, hey, you know, care packages from our family are great, but it doesn't really help keep us alive, as opposed to the stuff that gets sent from Troops Direct. That's the type of stuff that keeps them alive. And so they've sent, I think last year it was quoted that they sent a little under $800,000 worth of gear and survival equipment and stuff like that overseas to troops that needed it. And obviously with sequestering and, you know, all the budget cuts and stuff happening, a lot of guys aren't getting the stuff that they need. And so it's really awesome that this guy has dedicated his time, his life, you know, his job is essentially to, you know, run this not-for-profit to make sure that our troops get the stuff that they need. And a lot of people made a big stink about the fact that he sent Condor gear out there.
Yeah, but the interesting thing, and God, I feel like a broken record continually saying this, but you know, if Airsoft were just had to disappear from, you know, the world right now, Condor would still be in business because they do a lot of business with, you know, law enforcement and other organizations. And for the fact of the matter, I mean, they were sending Condor gear out because, you know, it was within their price point, and it works. They're sending, I believe, was it the MOPSIs?
Yeah, the Modular Operator Plate Carrier. And just to kind of, I don't really want to say drive that point home, but a lot of Condor gear, or some of it I should say these days, is being made within the United States, which is something that you guys may or may not be aware of. And a lot of it is being sent out to the National Training Officers Association to get approved for use for training officers. And actually I have a list of a couple of things here of stuff that was sent out to different police departments and stuff like that that was sent out. And these guys have nothing but fantastic reviews for it. And these guys are really just talking about the quality of the gear and the stuff that they use it for. The pricing isn't even really mentioned on here.
Nope.
Just to read off a couple of things. The Condor VT holster was a great addition to my tactical vest carrier. Safely secured the weapon without fear of it falling out. Condor has put some really nice products together, including this holster. That is a SC police officer. I'm assuming that means South Carolina police officer. And he is a tester for the NTOA. We've gotten a lot of other quotes here. I basically have about 2 pages worth of stuff with regards to different gear that Condor has sent out to be tested by the National Training Officers Association. And nothing but positive stuff here. I mean...
Well, they
There's
are
really
like
nothing to knock on.
they may have like picked these quotes to put on here for us,
yeah,
but
obviously.
But I will say like some of these comments are like very positive.
No, definitely. I mean, these are the guys that actually have their lives on the line that are using this stuff, and they're coming back to us telling that this is good to go. Like, these are the people that approve it for use for training officers, and it's good to go.
Sorry, Milsom Junkie was saying, hold up, forget all the talk about camo. Where do I get Bob's hat?
You'll have to ask John Liu that, because that's his hat.
Yeah, this is John Liu's hat, John Liu's chain for
It's
life
actually,
loss.
it's got a brand name in it, I think.
Does it really?
Peter Grimm.
Huh. Peter
So go ahead and call up Peter, and he'll get you one of his hats.
Mm-hmm.
And if you request the John Liu one, then he might get you one that looks exactly like it.
But I apologize for interrupting you, Tim. I mean, it is a common misconception that, you know, Condor is just meant for airsoft, and that couldn't be anything further from the truth. I mean, I think there are some other brands that are made just for airsoft, like...
Yeah. Probably like Lancer Tactical.
Thank you. I was hoping you'd say it. But the thing about Lancer Tactical is that their setups are so ridiculously affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm really happy they made it just for airsoft because they really do well in their niche. But Condor, I mean, like I like the fact that they're trying to produce more stuff in the U.S. and I really like, and I own a lot of their gear. We're actually going to be doing hopefully a product spotlight or at least a review of a lot of hydration packs. I mean, I own actually 2 out of the 5 hydration packs that we sell made by Condor. Yeah, they're really keeping up with the times.
Grunge, Airsoft Grunge. The G4 lineup, I believe, is eligible to be used with a discount coupon. So that means it's not eligible for the gift system. So you can just use a coupon and just save money on your purchase. And it sounds like you're not real familiar with how the gift system works. The gift system is in place for the items that you cannot use a discount coupon for. But we still want to pass savings along to you guys when we can. So there are certain items, such as this one actually, the KWA.
Actually, I looked this up because I was curious about this. The vast majority of KWA gas pistols that we sell on our site qualify for the free gift system.
Okay.
Even the submachine guns like the MP9 and the MP7.
Everything KWA sells gun-wise should be gift system qualified.
No. I think like some of the M4 style guns, not all of them are.
That's interesting.
Well, I mean, it's worth looking at, but I know for now I can confirm absolutely that all the gas guns, at least like for the pistols and submachine guns, they're all covered for the gift
Well,
system.
essentially, the items, including the pistol and the other KWA items that cannot be discounted, those are the things that you can utilize towards the gift system to basically get free stuff. The free stuff that you get is equivalent to about 20% of what the purchase price of your gift qualifying items are. So it's a little confusing. It's really not that bad if you take the time to understand it. But basically, the gift system is in place if you do not or are not able to use a discount coupon.
For example, some gentleman bought an Echo One M240 Bravo, and he used his gift system purchase to get a...
I think it was a Combat Machine Raider?
Yeah, it was a combat machine with a polymer wrist. So it has a real system on it. I think it might have been a Raider with...
Basically, it's a free gun, though.
Yeah.
It's a free gun.
Yeah.
And so obviously he's going to be using the 240 Bravo, but if he has a little brother or friend or something like that that wants to play, boom!
You know, and the thing is, I always like having loaner guns in case my main gun went down in an emergency, or, you know, I could get a friend to get into it. Because, like, if someone sees your M240 Bravo, you're like, yeah, it's a medium machine gun, bro, and it's
Nobody's
awesome.
going to
Like,
play with you.
well, no, I was going to say, like, that's sick, where'd you get that, man?
That too.
So, or 2 different reactions,
I
guess.
had the opposite problem, is that when I first got into airsoft, I jumped into gas guns really early, and all my other friends that had the little minis and the springs like, no, we're not playing anymore. Your gun's too powerful.
Sticks.
It's like, come on, guys.
Sissy. Well, I mean,
Sack up.
I mean, if all they have is a little mini, and you got like a hand
Gas,
cannon,
yeah.
it's like
It was actually my KCG 18C. That was the one.
you just flip her to full auto. It's like, you know that's gonna be the last game they play.
Probably, yeah.
Mr. Will Peck. Yes, I do remember you, sir.
Mr.
Will Peckett, I believe.
Picker?
Peck. Oh, Jesus. No, his last name I think is Pechet. So. That's a poor joke.
Somebody mentioned KWA not making guns anymore. That's probably extremely false.
Yeah, that's probably extremely
Absolutely false.
Did we just get a shipment of more of their stuff?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Just making sure we nip that in the butt right away.
No, that's absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when I mentioned something about like the safety?
Power stroking?
Oh yeah, the power stroking, and then we got like all these messages from Katie. We were like, "Bob, get over here." I definitely went down there and personally apologized because I felt really bad about that.
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but yeah, basically we've covered the Condor stuff ad nauseum. We'll continue to cover it as long as people are still confused about it.
I did have something to say about the Condor stuff, though. Oh yeah, actually, I personally lobbied for Airsoft GI, and Airsoft GI and Condor agreed to send out some of our M14 Condor pouches to a gentleman who's actually deploying and is currently deployed in Afghanistan. He actually sent us back a review along with some photos of him using it. He actually couldn't have been happier with the Condor pouches. He really likes them. We got him some multicam ones with bungee retention and multicam ones with Velcro retention. He's very happy about it. Until about 2/3 of the way through his deployment, where the Army told him that he can't use his M14 anymore. So that was kind of a bummer for him. But yeah, well, I mean, you know, subject to the needs of the United States military. That's in all their contracts. So yeah, really happy that it worked overseas for him in a combat zone, and really happy that he's doing our country proud.
Korean Women's Association.
Gabe Delgadillo. I actually heard the KWA ATP Auto is possibly coming out soon.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's just like the ATP, except it fires in full auto.
Yeah.
I think that's what that means, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm hoping it's one of those guns where you can switch it over to full auto, not that it's always in full auto.
Oh yeah, that was something that was really surprising to me. The Tokyo Marui High Kappa, a silver one. I forget what they had. A
Silver
special
Dragon?
Japanese in. No. It was silver something, but that thing only fires in full auto. I was so surprised that it didn't have a selector or anything like that.
That is weird. I think I saw some fool use that. We put them on our top 5.
Yeah,
that
that guy. That gun only fires in full auto. There's no selector
wow.
on it.
Oh wow, damn.
God, I wish I remember what it was called.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me. TM High Kappa. It was a 4.3. It was silver. Had a special name. Only fired full auto. It's like the 45 operator or something like that. Or help me out. Or don't help me out.
To
That's fine,
answer
too.
Anthony S7, if Greg Long was here, he would probably be commenting or something. So, yeah, I think this is the first live stream we've had Milsom Junkie on here too, though. So that's
Jared, your comment about the Chris wanting too much money for the licensing is incorrect.
yes, that is absolutely incorrect.
I can't tell you why KWA and Chris decided to part ways, just that they did, but that's incorrect. I don't know where you got that info from.
Yeah.
Extreme 45! That's what it's called.
Wow.
Forsaken Freedom. Thank you.
Wow. You really got excited about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had to wait like 5 minutes because that's how far we're behind, but yeah, the High Kappa Extreme 45 does not have a selector, only fires in full auto.
That's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely very useful for covering doorways. I'll give him that.
Yeah, definitely. Which is exactly what he used it for.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Will you ever come to the Northeast?
Sure. One of these days we'll probably go. Are we going to play Airsoft there? I don't know.
I hope so.
They've got that, can only use standard caps in the Northeast.
I'm okay with that. Oh, not even mid caps, like
No,
standard
high
caps?
So we can only have 7 rounds, Bob.
No, you're thinking of New York.
Well, that's in the Northeast, is it not?
Well, yeah, but he didn't say New York.
He didn't say that specifically, no, but...
Dude, somebody actually just got popped for having 9 rounds in their 10-round magazine, even though it was only supposed to have 7.
Really?
Yeah, some guy got arrested for it.
That is insane.
Yeah, they literally like, oh, is that a gun?
How are you supposed to play Airsoft with 7 rounds?
It's a real gun.
Well, I know, but, I mean, who knows? I mean, you never know. I mean, they're
Well,
making ridiculous laws like that.
If I went to a place that you could only use standard caps, I'd just be using my LM4.
LM4 still holds 40 rounds. That's too many.
That's whatever. I'll just load 30.
You're still over the limit, Bob.
It's a standard capacity. That's standard rounds.
I know, but what I'm saying is it's an assault magazine. Just like they have high-capacity assault soda.
Haven't heard that one before. It assaults
saw
you
it.
until you're fat.
No, it was some, I think it was some legislation. I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess 2-liter sodas are banned also in New York or something like
No,
that?
I think it's anything over 16 ounces. But the courts actually just struck that down.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Mhm.
It's funny because that was like, a lot of people were up in arms about it because you go to like 7-Elevens or whatnot, you can't get those. But the people who were really screwed by it were the clubs.
Yeah.
Because like they put out all these like, you know, like you get a booth and you get like all these different beverages and they put down a big thing of soda.
Yeah.
They can't do that anymore.
Oh yeah. It's gotta be a little one.
Yeah. Or a bunch of little ones.
Oh yeah. Clubs serve soda in New York?
Well, you know, you get orange, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not worth talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be cool to play in the Northeast. How's the weather out there? Because the weather's been like schizophrenic here recently. It was like rainy last week, and then it was like 95, 100 degrees yesterday. And now it's...
Dude, I was talking to Andrew about the weather. He was complaining about how hot it was. And I told him, I was like, Andrew, my mom came down to like LA for Sunday, obviously for Mother's Day to hang out with my sister. But she came down also. She's like, yeah, Mom, it's too hot in Bakersfield. It's so much better out here. He's like,
the hottest day we've had.
Yeah. She's like, oh, it's so good.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think it's like 110 back home or something.
Your mom had the funniest comment. She was telling me about the heat in Bakersfield and how the flies, like... I forget exactly what she said, but I was laughing for like 5 minutes.
Was it about like the flies like sit in the shade under your car?
Yeah, it was like it was too hot for the flies to fly around or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
they're like, oh.
Yeah, it was the funniest thing, and your mom just cracks me up.
She's signing up for another stand-up gig.
Yeah, you mentioned that. It's gonna be awesome.
I had to hold my hands for the half of it.
Really?
Well, I thought, like, I was so sure it was gonna be really racist, but it was really sexual.
Oh.
Like the last half, it was like once she mentioned 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh.
Like I went down like this, and then my dad just like took a big sip of his cocktail and put his arm over the chair, and he's like, "That didn't happen." She's totally blown that out of proportion.
You saw it with your dad?
It was my dad on my left.
I thought your mom said specifically that your dad couldn't be there because a lot of
we thought so, but when he got closer, she's like, "Hey, we really want," or she's like, I really want the sport."
Yeah.
Really,
That's cool.
So.
As long as you know it's only good fun, because I'm sure a lot of comedians make fun of their families and stuff like that.
Well, that was the things I was expecting to be lit into quite a bit, but she just mostly lit into Jeff.
What about Marie?
Nope.
Not a lot of content from her.
Not a lot of content. If she just started out with my soulless daughter.
Just because she has red hair.
Yeah, mainly because
I don't know if that's actually true.
No, it's not true. I'm sure she has a soul.
Maybe. We'll never know.
Possibly. That said...
Back to Airsoft, maybe.
Actually, I would like to mention one thing.
Mention it.
If any of you all saw our video on the AAC, was it 21? That video. We've had those guns up for pre-order for a while. We actually are going to have, I believe, 10 more in each color coming up soon. So if you're interested at all by that gun, I highly suggest you get your pre-orders in. Excuse me. Highly suggest you get your pre-orders in because once that gun goes out the door, we may never be able to get it again. So
Really? Limited run, huh?
I believe so, but we'll see.
It's one of those things. See, that's going to be rarer than the Chris.
I think one thing. Wait, Tim, I was on Bob's team in Virginia for Tim before 415, but thanks for screaming my name. Forsaken Freedom.
Dude, you gave me the answer I was looking for.
Yeah.
Extreme 45.
Yeah.
It was like right on the tip of my tongue.
There was actually someone 2 minutes after that was like spamming like Extreme 45, Extreme 45.
Yeah. Did Josh ban him?
I don't think
I
so.
would feel bad.
Yeah.
Not really though.
You
But
should feel bad. There is one gun that is almost possibly as rare as the Chris. A gun I actually haven't seen for a long time, which we just got into our office. It is the... Having a tough time there?
I'm just trying to push the mag well, whilst also on the other side with my trigger finger.
Jesus.
Yeah, that works.
It is the Marushin P99 licensed by Umarex. That's not it.
I know. It looks like it kind of though.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. It's got a handle.
Oh, Jesus. It's the Marushin P99 licensed by Umarex. We've actually got 3 different models. We've got a non-blowback version. We've got a CO2 version, which is actually by far the most affordable at $75. And we've got the full version that is blowback.
I have some right next to you.
No, I do not. I actually had Mark put them back in stock for me. I actually just did a video on Facebook about it earlier today, but I remember my friend Chris, who you met, bought a P99, God, like over a decade ago. And Chris Dane?
Oh, yeah. I was trying to think of his last name.
Yeah, and we basically have not been able to, we weren't able to find one, or at least one that was functional for a long time, so we gave up looking. And then a couple days ago, I see him on our website, I'm like, what the hell? So we now have them available. It's probably the most comfortable pistol I've ever fired. The grip is designed to be so incredibly ergonomic. They labeled it the most comfortable pistol in the world.
Who labeled it that?
Walther.
The manufacturer.
Yeah, the manufacturer. And I was going to put context to that by saying, like, I don't know if it's the most comfortable pistol in the world, but I will say it is the most comfortable pistol I've held.
I don't think there's a quantifiable way to really determine the level of comfort that a pistol offers.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone's hands are different, but
Exactly.
I will say it is, in my opinion, it is the most intuitive grip I've ever seen on a pistol.
Well, the Germans, they make good things, yeah?
Except for wars.
Yeah, but most of the products that they make, like H&K, Mercedes-Benz, Lange & Zuna, like, they all like make high-quality products, so...
Do you know where the vast majority of board games are made in the world?
Germany?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think
which
there's
ones? Like Monopoly? No
Settlers
way.
of Catan, Risk 2210, I believe Monopoly.
They're made in Germany?
Even though it's like the company
Uh-huh.
like is based in the U.S., I believe all the manufacturing's over in Germany.
Oh, so they just manufacture it there.
Well, they manufacture, but like I think like I'm not sure if Wizards of the Coast is based there, but I think Wizards of the Coast is in the UK.
Wizards of the Coast?
Yeah,
What
it's a
is
company.
that?
It's a
Really?
company. Yeah,
That's intense.
yeah. Yeah, the
Where
vast.
do you work, Wizards of the Coast? That's pretty cool.
I work at Blizzard.
Blizzard's a cool place to work, by the way.
Yes. Remember when we were walking through the company, like we place a high priority on physical fitness. And you and I started laughing so hard.
Yeah, because we went into their gym. They have a gym on their campus.
Nobody there
was in there.
And our tour guide me have been not as fit.
Definitely not as fit.
No. Get on the rebel level. That's kind of catchy.
Get on the rebel level?
Yeah, nice. All right. I like it. We'll play light and dark.
Germany never wins like France.
I
They
feel-
don't give up, though.
I was gonna say I feel like Germany tries harder.
Yeah.
Just a little bit harder.
I think you're the one that told me this joke. How many Parisians does it take to defend France?
Oh no, I didn't tell you that joke.
Oh.
What is it?
They don't know. They never tried.
No. That's rough.
Good
Oh,
food out of Paris, though, in France.
I will say their military right now is actually pretty first rate.
Wait, is it the French Foreign Legion? Is that an actual, like, group of, like, private military or something like that?
That is an actual offshoot of the French military, and what's most interesting about that, I find the French Foreign Legion incredibly interesting because, let's say, you know, you've got a record, you've got a really big problem, you may have to flee the country.
Mm-hmm.
You can sign up for the French Foreign Legion, finish your boot camp, sign up for an enlistment package, and you have a new name, and you have a French passport.
Really? They let you do that? That's actual, like, that's verifiable. That's really interesting.
But it is highly advised that you learn French because, I mean, there are so many different languages in the French Foreign Legion that there has to be, you know, a common unifying language. So you're eventually going to have to learn French. But, I mean, I believe there
French would
was...
seem like the obvious choice for
Yeah.
the French Foreign Legion.
But, yeah.
Learn Chinese.
No, they have Chinese troopers there, they have Nepalese troopers there, they have German soldiers there, they have American, they basically have anyone and everyone from all across the world. But you pick a new name, get a passport, it's crazy.
Why do they do that?
You know, I don't know the exact history of it. I believe the French Foreign Legion used to be based in Algiers when that was a French colony or territory or whatnot. But the French Foreign Legion, the history of that goes back quite a while.
Really? Okay.
And I believe there's actually a period in time where the French Foreign Legion, when the France tried to give up Algiers, that the French Foreign Legion said, no, we're keeping it. So, yeah, you should look up anything on the History Channel about it or the Military Channel. What's really interesting is seeing their boot camp because I think like one part of it, they're saying like, yeah, we walk so long, we get back, there's puddles of blood in our boots.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's too much walking for
Yep.
me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like-
Did Bear Grylls do some of that? I think
Bear Grylls what?
I think Bear Grylls went through part of the French Foreign Legion training.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, so.
I like that picture online of the Spetsnaz guy doing a backflip hatchet throw off of a log.
Oh, no, I believe that's Spetsnaz.
That's what I said, the Spetsnaz
Oh,
guy.
sorry, I was tuning out.
Yeah. The backflip hatchet throw. You should learn that move, Bob. As the Axeman. Bob the Axeman should have a backflip hatchet throw.
Tim?
It'll be like a
Tim?
downright B move.
No,
special
just stop.
move.
Because I can see how badly that's going to go on my first try. I'll be like, all right, let's do it. It'll be like one of those YouTube clips. No, wait, no, hear me out. Jump, thud, hatchet in the face. Like, that's what's going to happen.
You're not going to practice with a real hatchet. You should jump into a foam pit like they really get it down.
Do you remember the last time I jumped off a building with a hatchet?
Yeah. That was awesome, right?
That one was, those two jumps of the hatchet were awesome.
The third one, you hit your hand on it.
No. Actually, the sidearm I had slammed in my hand.
I just saw your face like this. That was pretty funny.
Jesus. Are you wearing anything sharp? Well, I got this hatchet on me. Or I got this tomahawk.
Yeah. Okay. Might as well take that off.
Oh, man.
It's a good thing those Kydex sheaths for those things work really well. Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at this. GI for Life. Good name, by the way. Hey, guys, I got your Gas Guns mystery box today. Oh, wow, cool. And I got the KWA Mac 11. I love it, and thank you guys for such an awesome mystery box. Well, thank you for purchasing that with us. Yeah. And I personally, I know Tim can't say this, but I've used the KWA Mac 11 for years, and I love the heck out of those.
I've used the KWA Mac 11 for a video, and I love that gun, too.
Okay, well, you can't say you used it for years, can you?
I didn't say I used it for years.
No,
I used it for a video.
No, you didn't. Yeah. But I would say that it's actually really effective on semi-auto. I, at a certain point, 2 out of my 3 mags stopped working, as I'm sure you're not surprised. And using on semi-auto...
Stop working around you, Bob.
Yeah, things go bad. I will say, though, that on semi-auto, that gun is actually pretty effective, too. But, man, firing on full auto is such a joy.
I think I've seen you use that. I think you've pulled it around Tech City a couple times for pistol nights because that's technically a machine pistol.
Yeah.
And why don't you use those things?
My favorite experience with the KWA Mac 11 where they had a medic game where you had to actually drag the person back to the medic. You couldn't bring the medic up there.
No.
And
That's rough.
Yeah, no, it was a bit rough. I had my Classic Army M4 CQB and the battery went out, so I just set it down. I had the Mac 11 on a bungee holster right here where the line is.
Yeah.
And I was dragging some guy back by his drag handle, and some enemy guy came out of the door right in front of me. And I just grabbed the Mac 11, brought it up, and he was over here, but I was pointing here, but I just held the trigger down and just... And by the time I got over here, the mag was empty, and he was on the ground.
Nice.
So, it was good.
It's one of those, oh my goodness!
He's like, clear.
Reactive firing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's make one more announcement while we have 10 minutes left. This coming Thursday, the next live show that we're going to do will be taking place at the Walk-In Store here in California. It's going down at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. Well, I mean, if you're local in the area, you're going to be up Pacific time anyway. But yeah, stop by the store, take a look at what the live show is, and you can see it live, even more live than right now.
Also, if you happen to have a GI shirt, or if you happen to have an FMG4 or G4 or an Airsoft GI custom, I don't know, come by, tell us what you think of the gun. Maybe we can get you on the live show. Yeah, I don't know. Be kind of fun. First time we'd be doing this, so we're just going to play around.
Yeah, very interesting, very interesting. Yeah, we're just playing with the format. We're going to see what happens, and we'll see what happens from there.
See.
We're going to see a lot of things on Thursday. What is our opinion of the Condor MPS combat plate carrier? Bob, you've used that MPS plate carrier pretty extensively.
I actually haven't used the Condor MPS.
It's virtually the one that you
I've used the MPS.
Very similar.
I personally really like the MPS, but I will not use it without plates in it.
It needs to have that rigidity.
Yeah,
there.
the problem is that, well, it's not the problem. The fact is that the mag pouches are integrated into the vest, and something that Tim made me aware of, which makes sense because I didn't think about it before, is that, if you stack it full of mags, it's going to make the vest tighter, right? Then when you take it out...
The circumference of the vest is dependent on the number of mags you have, just because of the way it's designed. So, like you said, if you start off your operation with a full vest of mags, and as you go through your magazines, your vest is going to get looser.
Yeah, which is not necessarily like that bad of a disadvantage. I personally don't care about that as much anyway. But
I mean, if you're running around, like
it's gonna move a little bit more.
It affect how your gear fits.
No, I'll agree. It'll change a little bit, but it's not enough of a change to make me not want to purchase the vest because I really like that setup. But the only thing is that it needs, for me, I need to have those plates in there to make it rigid, or some sort of plate-like device. Like you can basically just go to Home Depot, cut out some foam, and you'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be the same thing.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just a floppy vest.
Yes.
Well, it is. Floppy vest.
Indeed.
Somebody was asking about the storyline for TVB5. That hasn't been solidified yet, but because GamePod has a really unique setup, they have like part of a plane in there.
Yeah, the front third of a 737.
We want to incorporate that somehow, and so since Bob did win in Virginia, we're thinking of doing something where Bob ambushes my landing back to California or something like that. So it hasn't been solidified, but we definitely want to incorporate the uniqueness of the GamePod, AO. We want to incorporate all the different cool stuff that they have in there. So that's an option. Like I said, it hasn't been solidified yet, but we're definitely going to try to work out something really neat.
I'm trying to think in my head of a name for your plane, like Timpire 1. Like, you know how there's Marine 1?
Yeah, Air Force One.
Chair Force 1?
Chair Force One.
Oh! All right.
Jumping on my Chair Force Ones. Big pun.
Jesus.
Beats.
So that'll be really fun. I think Tim's right. We're probably going to play around with the scenario of Tim getting on his luxury liner to relax after having crawled through the swamp on the road to Mordor to get out of there.
The road to Mordor.
That was probably my favorite part of that video. Because
Oh,
Chris is giving an
yeah.
update, Chris Radden from Valhalla, and he's like, somewhere on the road to Mordor. And it got so serious. And the fact that you're supposed to be a hobbit is funny for me.
I'm supposed to be a hobbit?
Well, on the road to Mordor, it was
I guess.
the two hobbits. In my mind, I was
Shoot,
like,
there were two of us.
yeah,
That's
that's
funny. I didn't.
That's why when I first saw it, I laughed so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you buy a KWA ERG? Go.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I would. Why do you want to get KWA ERG?
I want a gun that has a suspiciously high amount of recoil, while at the same time not being gas. I mean, the blowback systems right now are pretty cool, but they're not as much recoil as I desire.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, if I had my druthers, I'd use my KWA LM4, but I realized that, if it's too cold, I won't be able to use it. So I'd like to have a gun that has the recoil that I desperately, desperately want that will function in cold weather. That's the reason why I would buy it.
Those are all good reasons.
Thank you.
I think that the ERG has a lot of advantages by offering the recoil and being able to use regular AEG magazines.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're using a mid-cap, mid-caps for AEGs hold a lot more rounds than gas guns, but the ERG is heavy. And if you've been watching GI TV for any amount of time, you'll know that I'm big on efficiency and not carrying more than I need.
And I'm not.
So, and you're not really concerned with that. So the ERG is significantly heavier than a standard AEG. So for that reason, I might consider not buying one.
Hey, what happened?
No.
We got the
Hold
stream
on.
down. The stream is down. Blah, blah, blah,
We're
blah,
refreshing
blah.
the feed and see
Refreshing
if that does
the feed.
anything.
Anyone hear us?
Are we
Also-
back? It do?
Anyone hear us?
Can you guys see us? Or oh.
Oh, we got ads.
We've got ads.
We got ads.
We've got ads. Could potentially be back very soon.
Can anyone hear us?
Can you guys hear us? Troll and Josh.
Trolls like a boss.
Trolls like a boss. That was not Josh. That definitely was not Josh. The ads will end in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, it's done. Oh, wait, what are we doing here? I don't want to vote.
Then hit skip voting. What the hell?
Are we on still? Oh, more ads. Darn it.
What the hell?
Ustream is
Being a piece
messing
of
with
crap.
us. You guys can hear us, but you can't see us?
Is that what they're saying?
I don't know. Josh dislikes Ustream, though. I'm starting to dislike Ustream, too.
Yeah.
And wasn't it Andrew's idea to guest on Ustream?
Why can't we stream through YouTube?
I'm working on that.
Can you work harder?
No. I'm maxed out on the work on that. There we go.
Oh, please. I hope people can see us.
Can you see us?
Can you see
We have
us?
5 minutes left.
Do we?
What?
Yeah?
Somebody said, yeah.
Grr. All right.
Corpseman up.
Corman.
Corpseman. 3 consonants in a row like that. That's hard to say. Corpseman. Oh, that's 4 consonants. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I miscounted.
All right. Well, we are back. Can't remember what we were talking about. Bob, do you
We're
own
talking
any...
about the Corpseman, Bob?
Jesus. Bob, do you own any KWA Glocks?
Oh, we were talking about the ERG.
Yes.
Okay, that's what we were talking about. I think we finished right around the time that we went off air.
No, yeah, you're just describing how it's heavy and you wouldn't carry it because you like high
I
speed
like
low
light
drag.
things, yeah.
Yes. Well, that said, I do own a lot of KWA Glocks. I actually bought them back when they were KSC Glocks.
Yeah, me too.
I've got 7.
I have 1.
Bought them for a movie I was filming.
I bought them because I wanted a Grok.
A Glock.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, do you always have your flute valve in your MP9? Yes, I set it to CQB, and I've never looked back. They do shoot 400 feet per second, so they're great for outdoor fields. Surprising for their size, but yeah, I meant it. I wanted to get it for CQB. So there are also low power bolts available because DangerWorks, I believe, does usually 1 or 2 runs and that's it. He basically makes parts that he wants, and then we'll make a lot of them for airsoft players or enthusiasts. But
he doesn't put his old stuff back in production?
I don't think so, no.
Really?
Like, have you seen a flute valve?
Like, physically, have I seen one?
Have you seen one go into stock on our site?
I haven't been checking, but I'll take your word for it.
It hasn't, yeah. But, we still get products from him. Actually, we did get another run of products that sold out before. I think it was like a hop-up bar for a sniper rifle.
Can you do sounds, Bob?
What do you mean?
Like, make sounds.
Wait.
I was just thinking. Josh got me watching this channel on YouTube called Lag TV, and the 2 guys that cast that show, they're really funny. And then
That's CNNers?
No, it's not CNNers. It's Maximus Black and some other guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then one of them always goes, "Maximus Black, hit me up with the sound of something random," and then he'll attempt to do it. He's like, "That wasn't even close to, I don't even understand."
What's really funny is Maximus Black will actually, during some of the video games, or at least the one I saw, they're like, "Hit us up with some of that, like, crazy epic music," and he's a good singer, so he's like, "Sanctus Dominus Anus Spiritus," and it's just really, because he's just making up words at certain point, and he always throws in anus, which is anus.
Oh, really?
So it's just like Coca-Cola us. It's just it's really funny to watch. That's why the videos are so entertaining. It's they're really funny
guys are pretty entertaining. Because I'm not even really into Nova War. That's the other guy's name. Thank you, Airsoft GI Josh.
We don't know him.
But yeah, I mean, I don't even play StarCraft 2, but I like watching those videos because they're kind of funny.
No, I know. When Josh showed you a bunch of StarCraft 2 videos, I thought you weren't going to be that interested. But that epic game versus with the probes, and that was crazy.
That was nuts.
When cheese fails.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Will cheese fail?
No, I think it's when cheese fails.
Josh explains to me they have 2 of them.
Oh, really?
I think they started out with will cheese fail because they don't know, and then they did a series of like when cheese fails.
Oh, okay.
But then it's not really that fun if you know already.
Yeah, that's
who's
true.
Gonna win. And so I think it's called will cheese fail.
Yeah.
If I had a cool enough computer, I might be interested in playing StarCraft 2, but...
What do you mean? Did we play StarCraft 2 like a while
I was
back?
on Gene's computer, though. I don't have one for myself.
Oh, well. Well, you know what you could do is you could just come over to our place.
When do I have time? I mean, I've been to your place like twice in the last year.
We haven't been there for a year.
I'm just saying, in the last year.
We've been there for 4 months.
In your place of dwelling, whether it be in Hollywood or your current location.
Well, I think you should find some time because I think, I think our viewers, at least on Cut, would want to watch our battle like that we had.
I want to see, I want to see your reaction. Do you have that?
Excuse me. I think it's going to be on my old computer, but I'll look around for it. I don't know.
Wasn't your old computer corrupted or something?
Yeah, but I saved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, we should do another one of those StarCraft challenge. If you guys want us to do a video game.
Do it tonight.
I can't. I can't.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll do
Maybe we'll do
something.
Thursday.
Maybe Thursday.
Yeah, think about it.
I'll think.
About it. All right, guys. Well, I know we got to get going, but before we go, just to reiterate, we are going to be having a live show this Thursday at our walk-in store on the West Coast. Tim and I will both be there. If you feel like showing up with an Airsoft GI shirt or an FMG4 or G4, any other GI memorabilia, maybe we'll get you on the show or at least give you a shout-out. So if you feel like coming by, we'd really appreciate that. But regardless, make sure to tune into our show Thursday, 4:30 to 5:30.
Cool. See you guys then.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
It's so hot in here.